everyone, this is me Rabab Zehra from TechxX Media. We are in Taipei, Taiwan, covering COMPUTEX 2024 as official media partners. Right now as a guest I have with me is Ish Patel. He is technical marketing at HYTE, and along with him Shabu Sultan has joined us. He is director sales covering Middle East, Africa region and India also. So we will speak to both of the guests, get to know more about their brand, their COMPUTEX participation and presence in the Middle East region. So let's welcome Ish and Shabu. Welcome on TechxX Media.
Thank you.
So Ish, can you tell us about HYTE first, the brand itself? What does it do? What kind of products you are offering to your customers?
So HYTE started off a little over 3 years ago. The sister brand of iBuyPower, and iBuyPower has been around for over 25 years, making pre-builts and system integrator. It also makes desktops and laptops. And so we kind of spun out as the innovative new modern brand of iBuyPower as a sister company. And so HYTE mainly focuses on developing the highest end PC components and peripherals in the industry. And our goal is to create the best looking, best performing, and most seamless to build and integrate experiences for all of our customers.
Awesome. As we are at COMPUTEX 2024, tell us how important is COMPUTEX for HYTE and what are you showcasing at the event this time?
COMPUTEX is actually extremely important for us because at CES, we showcased our Nexus Link ecosystem. And what we showcased there was one new product in each category that laid the foundations for our new architecture, our digital hardware network. And at COMPUTEX, we're here showing off even more components and peripherals that plug into this new Nexus Link ecosystem. And so, whereas at CES, we laid the foundations for the architecture, here at COMPUTEX, we're expanding that with multiple products in each category. And for COMPUTEX specifically, we are here showing off our new Y70 Touch Infinite case. Last year, we launched the Y70 Touch, and we did not expect anywhere near the demand that our customers had for it. And we exhausted every single 4K panel in that spec for the case. And so in February of this year, we actually launched the Y70 without the screen and made that available to all our customers globally. And so here at COMPUTEX, we're introducing the Y70 Touch Infinite. It has a new second generation panel. It's a 2.5K touchscreen with 5-point multi-touch. We made it 17% brighter. We bumped the contrast ratio by 25%. With the new resolution, we also brought the sub-pixels 33% closer together, so it results in a finer and sharper looking image. And lastly, because we are gamers, we reduced the pixel response time by 50%. And so just figuring out every single way we can improve the user experience with this new panel integrated into our case. And so Y70 Touch Infinite is now available for pre-order at HYTE.com and available worldwide at $379.99. It'll start shipping to end customers next month. For those who bought the Y70 in the meantime, while we were out of the Y70 Touch, they can purchase the display upgrade kit. So it has the new LCD panel all in one easy to install module that they can install into their existing cases. And then as for Nexus Link ecosystem, we have our new thick Q80 Trio and thick P60 Duo coolers. At CES, we launched the thick Q60 and it set new performance standards across the industry. People did not expect this 240 millimeter thick AIO to perform and outperform 360 millimeters from the leading competition. And so Q80 Trio is our new 360 millimeter version that we have designed from the ground up for complete thermal domination. We want to create the thickest, the coolest, the quietest, and the smartest AIO anyone has ever made. And that's our goal with thick Q80 Trio. It uses a new copper cold plate, so we have 50% higher skyfin coverage than before. We've also upgraded the liquid flow path. And all of this translates to up to 2 degrees Celsius drop in temps compared to our previous generation cold plate. And that doesn't even account for the extra length in the radiator and the new fan that goes on there. So for the fans themselves, we updated the aesthetics. They have our new FB12 Trio fan. At CES this year, we launched our thick FB12, which set new performance standards across the industry for both airflow and static pressure in a 32 millimeter thick frame. And so for COMPUTEX, we have a new Duo and Trio design. The Duo integrates 2 fan blades into one frame. The Trio integrates 3 fan blades into one frame. And so what this does is it eliminates all the connections required in the middle. We can use 4 screws to mount this to the case or a radiator, and it still provides that exceptional performance while giving you a much cleaner omnidirectional aesthetic. So if you use it as an intake fan or an exhaust fan, both sides look super clean. And so just another commitment to creating better looking components with the same exceptional performance but now made even easier than before to build and install into your systems. The P60 Duo is our new 240mm liquid cooler, and so this is the screenless version of the Q60. And so the two kind of big things we heard when we launched the Q60 were, hey, where can I get the 360mm version? And then where can I get the one without the screen? And so the Q80 Trio is a 360mm version with more improvements. And then the P60 Duo drops the LCD and instead has our new QRGB block, which has a projector lens on every single RGB LED. So what that does is collects all the scattered rays of light, magnifies it, pushes it into our cap cover, and then reflects that back onto their system. So it brings your entire system to life in mesmerizing color without requiring any additional light strips to be installed in your case. It also allows us to bring the cost down so we can keep that same exceptional performance and class-leading performance at that for 240mm, but offer it to a wider audience at a lower price. And then for the lighting components, we have our new QRGB noodles. At CES, we launched our light strips, which have individual LEDs along the strip, but this has a nice 215 degrees of diffusion across the entire length of the strip. And this uses our Nexus Link ecosystem as well. And so this one is perfectly sized for our Y series cases. We'll have multiple sizes that fit along the perimeter of the case perfectly, so you don't have to do any extra cable management. It also comes with mounting clips, so you can bend these noodles into any shape you want. That way it creates whatever shape you want in case you don't want to use it in one of our cases. And then as for Nexus Link ecosystem, we have the primary nodes and secondary nodes. Our coolers and the hub are primary nodes, so they could support up to 18 devices connected sequentially in one daisy chain off one cable. So you could do 18 devices on one channel, up to 36 devices on our coolers, and up to 54 on our dedicated hub. And so we really want this to be the easiest and most simplest way you can install components into your system, while also making it expandable with hot swap connectivity. And then lastly, all of these new modern components require USB 2.0 headers. And motherboard manufacturers still only ship about 2 headers per motherboard. So let's say you build in a Y70 Touch Infinite case, and then you use one of our Q series coolers. That's 2 USB 2.0 headers you've already exhausted, which means you don't have any left if you want to add more components into your case. And so our new internal universal hub takes 1 USB internal header and turns that into 4 powered outputs and a very slim profile that's also having embedded magnets in the back. So you could attach it in the back of your case. All the cabling comes out the same side, so it's super clean and easy to route. And then there's a HYTE logo that's actually a rotary switch. So it turns the hub on and off. That way, if it's illuminated, you can tell it's on. And then if you need to troubleshoot, if you need to disconnect the device, you don't have to wiggle around with the wires. You can just switch it off and then back on. So super quick, super simple. And then one of the freshest things we introduced finally at COMPUTEX was our milky Y70s. And so this is the same exceptional Y70 case in a color that's soaked in creamy strawberry milk, blueberry milk, and taro milk flavors. And so that's also available for pre-order on HYTE.com. We'll be making it available worldwide as well for $219.99. It starts shipping sometime in September of this year. And so as you can see, COMPUTEX has been us expanding all of our product categories and offering more aesthetics and performance options to our customers. And we're really committed to competing on the user experience. As I said before, we want to create the best hardware that looks the best, performs the best, and provides the best user experience when building it, and it just works. And all of this is brought together and controlled by our Nexus software. And the big thing for us to announce at COMPUTEX is when we started off with Nexus, we made a commitment to supporting universal hardware. And now, as of the build we're using for COMPUTEX, we integrate into motherboard PWM and ARGB headers, which means now Nexus doesn't just control our stuff and the other competitors' stuff that we've reverse engineered to work with it, but it natively supports ARGB and PWM headers. So it also syncs all of your case lighting and cooling that you might have already used with your motherboard across the entire product range. So your entire setup is now unified by one piece of software that can do it all. And this is just furthering our commitment to creating software that works across brands, across products, because the industry today, there's so many options for customers to choose from what they build and use. It's not fair to force them to just use one software and box them in and limit their opportunities. So this is the approach we're taking. We'd love to work with additional brands if they want to integrate with our software. And we've also put our foot forward by publishing the protocols for all of our hardware powered by Nexus Link online. And this has byte level documentation, which means, let's say you're a third-party developer, you want to develop your own software, or you already have existing software and you want to use our cool new hardware with it. We provide the tools and facilitate the knowledge base for you to do that. And we are more than happy to do that, because at the end of the day, we just want to create cooler, more improved user experiences for everyone across the industry. And so that's what HYTE's all about.
That's interesting and very detailed, and I'm glad that you gave a complete overview of what you're offering for all kind of consumers. So moving towards you, Shabu, as you are heading the sales, as your director sales for Middle East Africa region and India also. So tell us how the brand is positioned in the Middle East region, how you are functioning in that region particularly.
Thank you so much, and thank you to the entire TechxX Media for arranging this particular fantastic interview, and thank you Ish for having a wonderful tour over our products, and he has covered almost all the products, and all the excitements is taken.
I was so deeply involved in all the discussions.
Yeah, so I hope it's a very useful information when it goes to the market. As far as the Middle East strategy, my region is concerned, handling a pretty large geography which is spread across India, Middle East, Africa, the entire Africa including South Africa. I've joined HYTE recently, something like I started from the beginning of March. No, I'm from the IT background, but being in this market for the last 26 years, being well connected with people, the partners, integrators, and everybody. In 3 months, HYTE was there even before I came. It is the first time that HYTE is coming directly into this market. We've been distributing the products into the market through one of our distributors, but we were not much focused. HYTE being a premium brand is a 100% US brand, and we keep the pedigree, and the brand is positioned at a high class. It's not a cheap product. There are hundreds of products available in the market, but we usually don't want to compete with those brands, and we need to be very careful who is our partner and who is going to promote our products into the market sector, because we position in the upper layer of the market. Luckily, we have made a massive entry into this market. I should say that, with 9 top of the class gaming distributors.
9 distributors.
Those who are handling the prestigious other global brands, and we are being one among them. And the demand, thanks to these guys from US and everywhere, they are doing a fantastic campaign worldwide through the world's leading media, which is connecting us to the gamers. And the demand for our product is extremely overwhelming. I should say that even we are not in a position today, if you ask me, we are in a no stock situation, that we are unable to supply to the demand. And some of the products are really taking the market into a crazy mode that with which nobody else could make it. Like he explained about the water cooling technology, the Nexus portals, the touch screen which is integrated onto the PC gaming case, which is something which is new, and people are really excited. The gamers across the region are really excited, and we are poised to do a fantastic volume. And I think if it is not too much, I should say that we should be number 1 into the premium category of business. I call myself that in this region. If you talk to any of the gamers, it is the most preferred premium brand of a game. People love to build their PCs with us, but not everybody can afford it. But those who can afford it, we are targeting those people, and we are on the top of all these categories. That's about my region, and I hope. And next level, we are going to get connected with the integrators and providing the support, whatever is required by them. In fact, we are creating a lot of demand. We just need to be associated with the right people to take the product into the customers, into the end customers. That's what is the strategy which we follow.
So Shabu, one last question from my side. When we talk about geographical expansion, are there any plans for HYTE to expand geographically to any other regions of the world?
Regions wise, I think today we are reaching almost every nook and corner of the world. For example, even I myself don't know how many countries are there actually in my region. I have counted something like 32 countries in my region. Africa itself is huge.
Yes.
South Africa, Algeria, but in the most dominating countries where the people can afford our kind of a products. In my region, I can say that, and I can see globally, my colleagues are there, and we are there in almost all the regions, every nook and corner of the world. It's 100% global brand, you can say that. In my region, we are reaching UAE, and I have been appointed the distributors, in-country distributors, without making them compete, without having a competition between the distributors in the same country. For example, in UAE, I have one distributor for the entire UAE. Saudi Arabia, I have another partner. Kuwait, we have connected with the best in Kuwait. Same thing in Saudi Arabia, same thing in UAE. Or in India, such a huge geography where we are opening up our business with just one distributor. And from this distributor, we will be reaching probably 300, 400 integrators across India. The same strategy. So overall, our partners, if you take our distributors and integrators, in my region, we are poised to deal with 600 to 700 partners across the regions, non-partners, recognized partners, to reach the game. So my region, I should say that we are well presented in about 19, 20 countries.
That's huge. That's great discussion with both of you. Thank you, Ish. Thank you, Shabu, for being a part of this discussion. It was a pleasure of meeting you.
Thank you.
Sure,
Thank you.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
And one last thing I'd like to add is, despite us being a US, headquartered out of US, we do have a very global team, and none of these products would have been possible without them. So again, big thank you to our designers, our product managers, our vendors, our factories, our marketing, everyone involved at every level of bringing these products to market and continuing to support them beyond launch is a huge effort for such a small and new company. And so we're really excited to enter the space and continue dominating in every category that we enter.
That's great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Stay tuned to TechX to know more about what is happening at COMPUTEX 2024. Goodbye.